Welcome back to the Accounting Guys YouTube channel. My name is Blake, and today we'll be talking about some of our favorite reports to run in Lightspeed, as well as some of the most valuable reports that might be going unused in your system. Brian will be your trainer today. Hope you enjoy.
Make sure that you take note in these reports as they're extremely useful for dealerships. First, we're going to be reviewing the parts invoice analysis report. So we're going to go to parts invoice analysis. And along the top, we have filters. So on the left side, you choose the dates and the date ranges that you'd like to review. On the right side, you can look at the over-the-counter sales, so the invoices to customers. You can exclude returns, and then you can see some of the internal activity. And we're going to go ahead and just select all really quick. And we're going to hit Gather Data. And you'll notice at the bottom that it just populated with some summary information, and it's saying select a specific report to see some charts. So here in the select report option, we're going to click on cashier, and you can see who's been making some sales here. Switch to salesperson. You can also see what customer they were sold to, what hour of the day it was sold, and what day of the calendar month it was sold. You can see what day of the calendar week, and what zip code if they were zip codes. So this is a very useful report on the part side of things to be able to see the margins, the number of invoices, and some of those industry leading information that you would need. All right, let's go to our next report. We go to the technician statistics report found under service. In here you have similar, up along the top you have your date range filters that you can choose from. And you can say whether you want a summary report or a detail where you can see all the repair orders, and you have billed hours versus credited hours. Up in this top right section, this is the available hours. So this is typically what is their payroll hours. In most cases, technicians are 100% of their time should be working through repair orders. You may have something different where they work 90% of their time on repair orders, 10% doing other admin related activities. So the available hours would be how much time are they scheduled to work on jobs. And then we're going to hit generate report here. And then you can see the technicians, how many hours did they bill, the difference between billed, credited, and actual, and it will give you some efficiency ratios here. On another video, we'll talk about how to use this report more in depth and what you need to do inside of the repair orders and with your technicians in order for all of the data to be flowing correctly. We're going to go ahead and go to our next report. The next report is the sales commission report, which is found under sales, reports, and commissions. And this gives you a description of what this does and how it pulls in the data, and with the date range, it also helps you check off what commissions and what deals you've already paid to make sure that you're not paying twice for the same deal. And this we can go into a lot more detail, or give us a call to walk you through this. There is some different setup that you do inside of Lightspeed. So each salesperson could have their own commission structure, they have their own goals. Or you can set up some defaults so that everybody's in the same commission structure. But this is a very useful report inside of Lightspeed. We'll go to our next one, which is the doc report. So under General Ledger Reports, we have doc report. It's going to open up first giving you some charts so that you can see how we've done compared to other periods within our different departments here along the bottom. You can switch it from a daily, monthly, or yearly report so you can see that information a little bit differently. I like to look at the data tab. This will show you some count information. It will show you the revenue, COGS, expenses for those departments. Now, this report is not an all-inclusive report of your P&L. It is just the department level accounts. And so if you have some accounts that are just the company level versus department level, those will be excluded from this report. But this helps you see how many units have been sold, parts invoices, and repair orders that are getting cashiered. The next report we're going to look at is the desktop. So this is actually a series of reports. This is Lightspeed's dashboard. If we go system and desktop, and when you first come to the screen, it is blank because you design your own desktop, which is pretty cool. So we're going to come up to this designer button, and you can see there's some accounting level reports, parts, sales, service, and then some system related options. We'll go ahead and click on these to bring them into view. And one more thing that you can do, if you don't love the colors, you are also able to click on that and then assign it specific colors and do different fonts and things in here. But we'll go ahead and keep it with the colors there. And then you can see all of these reports have now loaded into the dashboard. You can also click and drag and put what reports you want in the different places. There's a lot of information in here. You'll have some settings that you'll have to come through and click through in order for all the data to populate. But be sure to visit the desktop and go through and find out what's important to you. And it also helps with navigating as well. And there's some links here, so we can click on like the deals here. It'll show us what deals they were, what was our front end margin, what's our back end margin, and then you can click on the link and it will take you to the deal as well. There are 2 reports. I'm going to go ahead and clear these out just to show you the specifics here, just as an extra little hint of how to make sure you're successful. Is we want service and internal labor requests and parts and internal parts requests. These inside of the service and the parts department, they should be open pretty much at all times. This allows them to know if sales is selling a part to somebody or if service needs a part. It will go ahead and show it on that dashboard to your parts manager so they can go ahead and pick it up and go and take it over to them without wasting any time. You don't need those individuals to have to print a picket ticket, walk it over, ask them for the part, and the communication can be super solid between your teams using this dashboard. And your customers will also be able to tell because you'll be talking to your service writer and all of a sudden your parts guy walks in the room with the parts that they need. So that's pretty cool. Let's go ahead and go to our next option here. So inside of each of these menu options, you can go down to custom reports, and these are going to be how you can run reports in Excel or as a CSV. Sometimes you're not sure what section to go to in order to find a specific report in Excel, but you can go to System and All Custom Reports, and this will have all custom reports inside of Lightspeed, and you can build and edit and change and create your own reports based off of what you would like to see. Come back and find another video shortly on that one, and we'll be producing that video. So another really cool report that Lightspeed offers is Lightspeed Industry Benchmarks. And this can be found inside of any of these menus here under Reports and Lightspeed Industry Benchmarks. It is a separate subscription to Lightspeed, but this allows you to see comparable data within all of their dealerships. I believe they're just north of 3,500 dealerships across the country, and it compares you demographically as well as based off of square footage and some other metrics. And definitely is a really good report to check out. I think it's 39 pages worth of really good information, and so be sure to contact your Lightspeed rep for that. For our multi-store dealers, there's actually a very cool report that's in here under General Ledger Reports and Chart of Account Comparison, where you can compare yourself with the other stores and see what accounts are different, and then you can go create those accounts and get them to be the same. That provides some more reports where you can run a balance sheet, and up in this top right section it will show you your separate stores, and you can run them combined or separate as well. So if your chart of accounts are different, there is some help that Lightspeed provides by showing you which accounts are different. And if you haven't seen this yet, in the top right corner of your screen you've got a little calendar. This is the calendar where people can set appointments for sales deals, for repair orders, and those different things in here, and everybody can see, you can see everybody's task or just specific people, and that allows you to schedule out the different hours. There's a lot of really helpful tools in here, and there'll be more videos on this, but if you're not using the calendar, make sure that you check this out, or you ask for some training here, as this can be a very useful tool. Something that will save you a ton of headache at the end of the year is Lightspeed can help you generate your 1099 reports. As long as you're setting up your vendors correctly, we're going to go ahead and open up a vendor here. Inside of the vendor screen, there's a little checkbox down here in vendor settings that says this is a 1099 vendor. And counting tip, make sure you get the address, their federal EIN number, and their contact information right when you get that vendor set up. That way you don't need it later. And you check that little box, and then at the end of the year, you go to Payables, Reports, 1099 forms, and choose the appropriate form to print, hit Generate, and your 1099s are done. So make sure that up front as you're setting up vendors, you're checking that box, you're getting that information, and then it's a breeze at the end of the year. Lightspeed does have a search option available as well under General Ledger, Transaction Inquiry. You can search by transaction number, document number, amounts, and things. This first window box is going to be the different journal entries. When you select it on the bottom, it will show you all the offsetting entries. I'm going to go ahead and hit Find. This is going to show us all entries in the system. And like I mentioned before, this is highlighted. Down here is the full journal entry. and as you switch between them, your journal entries will show there. You can also hit this activity document and it will show you more about that journal entry.
That brings us to the end of this video. If you have any trainings or videos you'd like to see in the future, those are our favorite videos to make. So go ahead and leave those down below in the comments. If you'd like to get in touch with us or schedule a one-on-one training with a dealership specialist, our contact information is in the description. Thanks for watching.